How's everyone doing? I was saying that we have to turn all the light on so that the Buddha can witness his present moment with us. So what I'm sharing today could be benefit to each and every one of you. So before I begin, please let us enjoy the 3 sounds of the bell. So you might want to take this moment to breathe in, recognize your in-breath, and breathe out, recognize your out-breath. Feel your body is moving as you breathe in. Feel your body flatten. Release all tension as you breathe out. Listen, this wonderful sound brings me back to the present moment. And dear friends, today is Saturday, October 8, 2023, and we are at Giác Temple, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. How is everyone doing? Good. Awesome. I'd like to share you on the topic of learning to control anger. Who have temper and anger problem? We all have. Very good. Let me begin by sharing a story. So there was this one young boy about your age, and he had a short temper. Things can make him easily get angry and frustrated. That sounds like anyone from here. So one day his father decided to teach him a lesson, helping him to control his anger. So he called his son, the father called his son, to talk to him in person. And his father talked to his son. He was holding a bag of nails and a small hammer. And he told his son that, my dear son, I love you dearly, but there's one thing I need to show you, to help you to practice and control your anger. So every time you're angry or mad or lost your temper, please take this bag of nails and take one nail out of this bag and go into the yard and hammer that nail into the fence. So every time you get angry, this is what I want you to practice. Hammer the nail in the fence. And he did what his father told him. So this time, instead of screaming and yelling to someone who made him upset, he listened to his father, controlled his anger by hammering the nail into the fence behind his backyard. Then one day he finished all the nails, and he came to his father, Dad, I have practiced what you told me. There's no more nail to hammer in the fence. And I will answer the question at the end. And so, and then his dad told him, you did a good job. You did well, my son. Now, the next thing I want you to do, every time you're able to control your anger. I want you to go into the yard and withdraw that nail out. And when you draw all the nail out from that fence, come and see me. And so finally that day came, and he came to your dad and said, Father, I have learned to control my anger, and I have pulled all the nails out from the fence. And his father said, you did a good job, my son. And he took his son and walking out into the yard and sold to his son, my dear son, what do you see the fence? And he said to his father, a lot of holes. A lot of holes. And his father is like, why? When you make someone angry, when you upset someone, when you scream at someone, when you yell at someone, when you're not able to control your anger, it's like you have made a scar in that person, make a scar in yourself. No matter what you do, the scar is always there in that person's heart and in your own heart. And so the son hugged his father and said, thank you, Father, I understand now. I will learn to control my anger. So before I continue my sharing, I'm going to ask you, how do you personally control your temper or control your emotion when it's arise within? I have my gift here, but I forgot to bring it. So I will pick 3 persons to volunteer come here, and in the end, please come and see me so I can give you that gift. So who can volunteer to come up here and share how you control your emotions? Will you be yes? Could you raise your hands? Come here and share your practice, how you control your emotion, your anger. You want to come right here with the camera? Stand right here. Introduce your name and share me how you control your emotion. Answer to my question. You was raising your hand. Do you have something to share? To say?
He can do it.
Okay. Yes. Maybe the young boy in a blue shirt? Yes, we come here. So you're raising to pick on someone. To introduce your name.
My name is Tyler. How I calm down my anger is either meditate, listen to music, talk to my friends, or talk about my friends about my feelings, and they'll try to comfort me, or sometimes mostly just stay in a room, calm myself down and breathe, and then we'll see how that goes.
Wow, you sound like a Zen student. But which one do you think worked the best for you to calm?
Meditate.
Oh, you definitely. Yeah.
Online.
Oh, thank you. Come to me after our lecture, okay?
Yes. Please, for the glasses.
Okay. The question later.
Introduce your name.
My name is Kayla, and the way I control my emotions and my anger is I like to think about how other people would feel if I did that, and I know it would be wrong, so that helps me think, and I also like to take deep breaths.
Boy, you're another Zen student. Very good. One more. Yes.
For
let my anger down is I take 3 deep breaths until I calm down.
Wow. I guess I don't have to give a lecture now. I think we should end here and go out and have fun. Thank you. So where did you learn all this? So those who just answer to my question in the end, answer to my question, where did you learn all this practice? Yes, please. You lose your.
I take online classes like Dharma class, and I used to take some Viet class online as well. And I also go to a retreat every summer. It's a Buddhist retreat. Everyone comes together. We sleep 2 days and 1 night.
Oh, where's that?
It's either in New Jersey, Philadelphia, or Maryland. We go like around the world.
Oh, wonderful. Remember that practice? Yes, you have.
I also learned it from experiences because I know how I felt when someone gets angry at me. So I like to think I don't want somebody else to feel that way. And I also learned to breathe from my therapist.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. All 3 of you have answered what I'm going to about to share. But I will be deep in the practice so that you can understand more in detail. And for those who don't have the method to calm your anger, calm your emotion, then please listen to what I have to share according to the Buddha teaching. We know that anger or negative emotion really can be very unhealthy to our health, right? That can lead to headache, that can lead to heart attack, that can lead to stomach ache, body pain, aching, and acne too. So if your age is growing up and your body is changing, and if you have a problem with your acne or your skin problem, calming your mind is the best way, one of the best ways to solve your problem, to help you have a better skin care. So, because eating a lot of healthy vegetables, drink a lot of water, meditation, calming your emotion. Can be a great tool to help with your growing development. So there are 5 steps that the Buddha share how we can calm our body or emotion when things go out of control. And when we are disturbed, when we feel uncomfortable and couldn't establish our tranquility and stability. And so these are the 5 steps that we can practice that can help overcome any problem we have, that we are going through. And we know that everything that needs to put in effort, needs to practice in order to resolve the problem. If we leave our anger or negative emotion and not unsolved, that can be very dangerous in the long run. We might be affected on mental health, lead to depression, bipolar disease, schizophrenia. I have one of my students, when he was 17, suddenly he felt like he would shut down his world. He don't want to involve in the reality life anymore. And that because when he saw his parents going through divorce, his families, that from a happy family to a broken family, it was that very stressful, that very hurt, and he couldn't handle it. So he think his best way is to shut himself. And so he told me that at that moment, at the age of 7, he felt like he was in the hallucination world dimension. And And he doesn't see the reality of life anymore. But he knows something wrong. He couldn't get out of that. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. He doesn't feel safe in the world anymore. But he was lucky that his mother saw him going through mental breakdown, and so she took him to the beach and helped him to calm his mind and let him feel the energies of the ocean, the breeze of the beach. So he and his mother would just sit there and calm. He didn't know meditation then, but he know he just want to calm his mind, and when he's next to his mother, he feels comfortable already. But there's something, he told me that suddenly he wanted to get up and walk. And he was continue walking on the beach like that for 6 hours. 6 hours, just walk like that on the beach. So he could stop thinking all this negative thoughts in his mind. And as he walked for 6 hours, he finally saw turtles that is hatched from the egg and rushed into the ocean. And he suddenly saw this is a beautiful life. And he felt like everyone was so joyful. The turtles, the baby turtles, so joyful, rushed into the ocean. At the same time, there's a full moon shining on the beach. And he said, wow, this is amazing life. And he broke out from that episode. And he became a normal kid. But he didn't stop there. He searched for a meditation center, and he found a monastery, and he come and practice at our monastery. And he saw our master lead him and guide him to the practice. And now he's practiced for 8 years. Very happy young man with a wife and have a young son. He birthed about 6 months ago. So sometimes you have to know what you're going through. You have to be honest with yourself. Otherwise, your sickness will lead to a disease, bipolar, anxiety, depression, other mental problems that we might not break out that episode. So we need to learn to control it, to practice at this young age, because we know life is going through. It's had a lot of challenges, difficulties. That's part of life, right? Part of life is to encounter challenges and difficulties, different kind of experiences, so that we can mature and grow up to be a wise and more understandable to other person, to other people. Because if we don't go through life with challenges and difficulties, then we don't have the love, the understanding, the experience of life to accept and to tolerate and to care for others. We become very selfish, and our understanding is very limited, very shallow. So as you're growing up and you are run through difficulties at school, at home, take that a lesson for you to help you become more mature, more wise, more understandable, and more love. So here are the 5 steps that we can learn from the Buddha teaching, that to apply to calm our emotion, to reconcile, to transform our negative thoughts and ideas, our problem, and that is calming our anger and control anger. The first thing that we need to recognize, and the person who can recognize that the person had to practice meditation, are mindful in their daily life. Because if you're not mindful, if you don't practice looking deeply into yourself moment to moment, then when we have a problem arise, you would not recognize. We like to blame on someone else and into that condition. And because that person, because that's why I'm like this. And so we ignore it, and we don't see that we have a problem. But when we have a problem and we recognize, that's very important. Just like if you want to come see a doctor and you deny you're sick, doctor cannot cure you. Doctor can only cure you when you tell them your problem, right? Like let's say you have a headache, you tell them I have stomach ache. What kind of medication gives you? Exactly, your stomach problem. I mean, doctor, they're smart and academic, but sometimes they don't know, they cannot read your problem, your health problem unless you tell them. So you have to be very careful to tell your doctor what kind of problem you have. And sometimes don't rush to the doctor so quickly. Check on yourself first why you have this health problem before you can come and tell him the reason, you know. So recognize this is very important. Only a Zen person can do this, and I think you can, because you're coming here every Sunday. And I'm sure the elder brother and sister has shared with you. And I'm sure my 3 years coming here, I remember what I was here in the past, and I will continue doing that with you. As long as I have received the invitation, I will be here and share with you, and many other Dharma teachers as well. So recognize your problem going through. Recognize what's going on in you. So that you name the right problem that's right. Number 2, accept. The first recognition, number 2, acceptance. You accept that problem you have. Nothing wrong to be, you have an anger problem, nothing wrong to be sad, nothing wrong to be unattractive, nothing wrong to be jealous. It's just that's our human emotion, that's how we express. So we accept. So at this moment we're angry, at this moment we feel jealous towards someone, at this moment we feel not smart, we feel unattractive. Nothing wrong, accept that. When you accept, then things can be resolved. When you don't accept, things cannot be resolved. Recognize, then accept the problem you're having. Accept yourself, but also accept the other person. Maybe that you're going through, you don't have a problem at this moment, but you know your friend, you recognize your friend, your mother, your father, your sibling going through and have this problem. And you recognize that and you accept that problem they're going through. By accepting, there's understanding and love already. Are you following me? Yeah. By accepting something, you have love and understanding. That's what we call wisdom and compassion. The next thing, you need to embrace that problem. So let's say you're holding, you feel angry. So you embrace that anger, you hold that into your heart. By breathing, take it. Look deeply into that problem. I like to use the Zen Master Tikkihan, a very famous Zen master who passed away last year in 22 January. And this is how we describe how we can embrace our emotion. That we see our emotion like a child, like a baby. So when we are weak, when we are not happy, when we're sad, we are like a child. And that child needs to be cared and to be loved and to be recognized, right? So you hold into that, you rock like a baby. For example, when there's a child that's crying, you come, you pick him up and hold him and comfort him or her. So he or she stop crying, right? Some of you are old enough to be the elder brother and sister, and you see a younger brother and sister crying and upset, and you come saying, Anthony, I know, I understand. If there ever be Anthony here, I understand, I know what you're going through. And that person Christian union. Or there is not a problem with someone and you ask them what's going on, I'm here to listen, I'm here to care. And suddenly he feels released and feel happy. And he know that you have a sister and brother who can take care of him. He's not alone. That's embracing. So even yourself too, when you recognize you have a problem and you accept that problem, now you embrace hold dearly to your problem. And as you hold dearly to your problem, the next thing you practice of looking deeply into that problem. When you embrace it, then you have a chance to look deeply into the problem. And how do you look deeply into the problem? By using your mindful breathing, like most of you have shared, by calming and just breathe in and breathe out. How long, how many times, does not matter, until you see the problem and you see how you can resolve it and where it's coming from. So one young friend who came and said he named a list of things that he did, how to calm his anger. But I asked him, of all the lists, what's the best method to help him to calm his anger? And he answered with breathing, right? When you play game, when you go shopping, you are escaping your problem, but the problem is still there. And when you're after the shopping, after playing video game, the problem is still unsolved, and you still have that problem. So you have not done anything yet. But when you breathe and you embrace it, you're looking deep into it. You understand, because inside wisdom arises, manifests. Wisdom can only manifest arise when we are calm and at peace. So Buddha said, every one of us had a Buddha nature. That in us, the nature of love, the nature of understanding, the nature of caring, generosity, clarity, and simplicity. But not only when we are at peace, 100%, when we are totally calm, at the tranquility state, then only then we can have the wisdom to see where's the problem coming from, where's the root of our problem, and we can resolve that. Back to the gentleman story that I was sharing with you earlier. The reason he was able to escape from the episode or resolve from that is because he had 6 hours walking mindfully under the sun, moonlight, full moon on that day. And so you see, all the 6 hours he was very calm. And he must be very joyful to walk 6 hours. The longest minute, how many minutes have you walked with the longest? How many minutes? 20. Who walked more than 20 minutes? How many? 5 minutes. How many hours? The longest minutes or hours you have walked in your life so far up until then? Huh? 45? What about you? 3 hours? 1 hour. See, as long as you can do 1 hour. What about, yes?
How about 50 minutes?
50 minutes. But so you got still very far from him. 6 hours. So that 6 hour walking, he's already very calm and very at peace. So therefore he was able to escape his episode. He was able to break his episode, able to get out of that. If he was continue to hold on that emotion in his own hallucination world, dimension, he would shift into disease called schizophrenia. And that happened. Sometimes schizophrenia is born, in our blood, in adulthood it manifests, but some it's born because we deny the reality of life. We depress our feeling. We feel that the reality of life is betrayed and is hurtful, and we want to go through that. So we live in an illusion world. So you have to be very careful of knowing how to take care of your mind and body. Right? And so, going through this 5 steps, let's repeat again. The first thing, we can recognize our problem. The second thing, accept. We have a smart word right here. Accept our problem. Number 3, embracing to a role. Number 4, your favorite answer. Number 4, looking deeply, using your mindful reading. And number 5 is where insight manifests, our understanding. Now, this can resolve. You use this 5 steps to resolve any problem you have, you're going through. To help you to have the right understanding and right wisdom to resolve your problem. Had you learned the Four Noble Truths? Have you heard about the Four Noble Truths? The Four Noble Truths is the essential and most recognition of Buddhist teachings. This is the first teaching that the Buddha taught to the 5 monks in the apartment when he was enlightenment. And only Buddhism had this Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths is 4 things, the truth that nobody can deny of this truth. Right? Noble Truth is ultimate truth. It's the highest truth. And we can use this Four Noble Truths in our practice and use it as the guiding tool in our life to shine our way of life. The first Noble Truth is to recognize that the true suffering. So if you are thinking, my life has to be happy, has to be joyful, and I cannot accept suffering, suffering is not part of my life, then you are ignorant. Then you will encounter more suffering. So Buddha tells us that when we come into this world, we have to accept suffering. We have to accept pain, challenges. Suffering is all of other challenges of difficulties, shortcoming, mental and physical pain. Anything that when we go through, feel uneasiness and uncomfortable, and it's cause us to feel stressed and depressed and unhappy. That we can label as suffering. Suffering of, for example, of birth, of illness, of death, right? Of old age. Birth you might have encountered, but you might not remember. But I'm sure sickness, illness you have encountered. Who have had it in toothache? Do you feel sad? Do you feel pain? And did you think, yesterday I'm so happy I feel what was it like? It's not having toothache from yesterday. So you would think yesterday was more happy and today you're suffering. But let's say if you encounter toothache, then you know that yesterday was the happiest day for you, right? So after going through suffering, help us understand be more grateful and gratitude of life that we have and that we don't want to take granted for it. We don't want to neglect the wonderful thing that's given to us. And be more grateful of life, right? But the second Noble Truth that we said that the cause of true or suffering. So the first is the true Noble Truth, is the truth of suffering. The second is the true cause of suffering. The real reason we are suffering. So we have toothache. There's a reason why we have toothache. Either we are the age of growing, and that's why we have to use early teeth, we have a new teeth, or because we eat candy or brush our teeth, we don't floss our teeth, and we eat too much sugar, too much candy. If you look deeper into it, that's the reason. And so you take that moment to go through and recognize, embrace, and find the reason, what cause of your pain. And you will find out how. And once you know why the reason you have headache or toothache or any ache that's going through your physical body, then you know how to take care of it. You either go and rinse with salt water, that helps. That definitely helps, because I have to when I put it in, or just when I have my gums bleeding, I just put salt and wash. And I put a little peroxide with the water, mix 50-50, 1:1 ratio, and rinse it, and that helps. That's good. So salt water, brush my teeth. So you know how to take care of eat less sugar. So whatever way you go through, you know how to take care of it, and you know what you need to do. Your mind is very smart, because the Buddha said that our nature of our self is the Buddha, the enlightenment, the wise, the awareness. Once you're calm, you're at peace, then you know. The third, the noble truth, is the true cessation of our suffering. There is a way to end our suffering. There always a way to end our problem. If you look deep into it, you can find, just like all math problem has a problem to solve, right? You never get stuck. Never get yourself stuck in any problem you go through. Don't get yourself to set in depression, set in hopeless. But know there is always a way to resolve your problem, what you are going through. And finally, Four Noble Truth is the path to enlightenment, the path to happiness. So the first Noble Truth is the truth of suffering, but the Fourth Noble Truth is true of happiness, because there is a path to help us to lead to happiness. Happiness can only attain is when we know how to release our suffering, when we know how to do something that causes our suffering. And Buddha had 84,000 methods to help us overcome that. But mindful breathing, meditation is the best way to start, resolve it. And if you have learned that, and if you have not, and now I have shared you, practice that. Every day, give yourself 5 to 15 to 30 minutes practicing meditation. Practice walking meditation. Practice browsing meditation online. Don't put your habit into just going online and let your habit energies lead you in the world, of visual world. But be mindful where you are going. Practice talking, practice mindful conversation, practice mindful reading, practice mindful working, practice mindful of aspiring to everything in your daily life. Put in any formative action, put mindful breathing into your action so that you are more aware and you are more understanding to what you are doing, and not letting the habit energies lead you to do it. Because when you let your habit energies lead you, that's not you, that is someone else. But if you are mindful of doing what you are doing, you are your true self. And when you are your true self, then you know what needs to be done and what not needs to be done. That makes sense? So, in concluding my talk, I'd like to show you a verse, a mindful verse that you can practice and remember, because we've been sitting here about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, right? And so you might not remember what I shared, but let us put it into practice, and you will remember better. So please repeat after me. Breathing in, I know that anger makes me not beautiful. Breathing in, I know that anger. Breathing in, I know that anger makes me not beautiful. Say it again. When you say are you not confident? Okay, let's say it loud. Breathing in, I know anger does not make me beautiful. Much better. Breathing out, I smile. I stay with my breathing, so I won't lose myself. So we can fill up the line anger into what would you like to change that. We can use this verse and we can change the different problem, a different emotion. How about breathing? I think jealous. I know that I'm jealous. How about that? Breathing in, I know that I'm jealous. Next line is what? No? Jealous makes me not beautiful. Breathing out, I smile. I say with my breathing, so I won't lose myself. Who can sing in here? Put it into a rhythm for me. We can put this into rhythm in any way that we like, as long as so let me repeat again. Breathing in, I know that anger makes me not beautiful. Breathe out, I smile. I stay with my breathing, so I won't lose myself. Okay, I'm going to put it in rhythm for you. Okay, let's see how it goes, so that we can see together. Now, we're not musicians, so we can put any rhythm we want to. as long as we can remember and practice it. Breathing in, I know that anger makes me not beautiful. Breathing out, I smile. I stay with my breathing, so I won't lose myself. You can sing like that, right? How about others? Can I have a volunteer come here and play with the word with me? Who take music class in here? Yes, come. Hey, I just come up with the words. I sing for you. Come, you can sing with me. We can work together to make this a song. A rap? Do we have a rapper here? Do we have a rapper here? Huh? Put it into your own music for me.
Just this one.
Yeah, breathing in, I know that anger makes me not beautiful. You sing the old school. So, you come here. Okay. Take your time. Do we have a rapper later to come up here? No rapper? Yeah. I like the bed and take this deep. Bring it with you.
Breathing in, I know that it makes me not beautiful. Breathing out, I smile. I stay with my breathing so I won't lose myself.
Yeah. Next one. He's gonna rap for us? Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes. Yeah. Breathing in, I know that anger makes me not beautiful. Breathing out, I smile. I stay with my breathing so I won't lose myself.
Very authentic. So, one of Julie told me that someone wanted to ask a question. Yes, so this is a moment you can ask me any question. Yes.
What did he use it to take out all the nails?
A hammer. You know, on the hammer, one side you can bang, and the other side you can pull it out. Yeah.
Oh.
So two head. Yeah.
What methods do you use to calm yourself down?
Huh?
What methods do you use to calm yourself down?
Breathing. Yeah. So as a monk like myself, I practice breathing every day. Alright, my breathing every day.
Wow.
What made you become a monk or nun?
Oh, interesting question. You know what? When I was 4.5, I already left my home, went straight into the monastery, at that age, at 4.5, I know what I want. I said, I want to become just like that monk. So I met this very beautiful monk, and she was so radiant when I recognized, when I know. And so I said, this is what I want to be. This is where I want to live. So I actually eloped my home and invite my best friend to come with me at 4.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any other methods besides breathing?
That's the basic. When you have to learn to breathe in first. Then that helps to calm your mind and body. And then you will know what you need to do to resolve that problem. Each of us have different ways to resolve a problem according to the problem we're going through. But after you're breathing in, you establish your mindfulness, you establish your calmness and simplicity, then you know, okay, this is how I need to say, this is what I need to do to solve that. You will know your own answer, but there's a lot of ways. But to be specific each problem, then you have to come to me and I show it, because different problems have different ways to solve it. But you have to be very calm first.
What kind of breathing do you do?
Just breathe in and I relax my whole body and breathe out. I recognize. So when I walk, when I chant, when I meditate, when I work, when I eat, when I sleep, even through my sleep, before I go deep into my sleep, I do practice mindful breathing. I just breathe in, relax my body, breathe out, I let it go, all idea and concept. And so that my mind can be clear, so I can see things better. So when I work so hard and I have so many things running in my mind, and so many projects, I have to drop everything and go into the wood and meditate, so that I can pick only one thing so that I can resolve better. Our mind can only do one thing at a time, and in order to attain best, attain the highest solution to it, we have to be very calm and at peace.
Would you think anyone could hit enlightenment?
Yes, Buddha has reached enlightenment, and Buddha said that he had attained enlightenment, and each of us small sense being can reach enlightenment. But don't think enlightenment, don't think enlightenment as full enlightenment, you know. The thing is enlightenment and like this. Every time you recognize you have wisdom to understand your own problem, you are very calm and at peace. That's enlightenment at that age. Like for example, your mom yelled at you and you feel like she's being unfair to you. But then you, at that moment, you establish your belief and you understand why she's yelling at you. Then that is enlightenment at that point. We might not reach full enlightenment like Buddha, understand everything in the universe, but we can reach enlightenment moment to moment. Remember, every moment that you are at calm and at peace and understanding and wisdom and compassion are right in that moment, then you are at the enlightenment stage at that moment. And you might lose it because you're being distracted by many things around you. But don't worry, when you lose that, come back and find that self-pure again, because it's already in you. It's just need you to be aware and to recognize and manifest it.
One more. Last one.
Can I use the bathroom?
If you could tell us one thing to encourage us, what would it be?
If I have one thing to encourage you, it's to love yourself. Accept yourself. One thing. I have many things I want to encourage you, but you only asked me to answer one thing. Love yourself. Love yourself when you love your parents. Love yourself doesn't mean that being selfish, but love yourself, you know how to take care of your mind and body. That's a true love, the Buddha says. If you love yourself by playing a video game many hours, if you love yourself by buying a lot of different outfits and to show, to go follow the trends in the fashion world, then that's not a true love of yourself. True love yourself is know how to take care of your mind and body.
Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Kính bạch ni sư, tuy cái thời gian nó ngắn, chỉ có vỏn vẹn gần 1 tiếng, nhưng mà cô là từ bi giảng dạy cho các em chúng con cái thầy pháp rất là thực tế về làm sao để mình có thể control được cái sự nóng giận của mình. Và cô cũng đã từ bi nói sơ về tứ đế để cho các em được hiểu về cái nguồn gốc của cái sự đau khổ. Kính bạch ni sư, trong cái thời đại hiện nay, đặc biệt là trong cái nền giáo dục, đã bỏ quên đi cái sự giáo dục về nhân tâm, mà trong cái xã hội gần đây, những cái sự nóng giận, những cái ý nghĩ sai lầm đã làm cho xã hội một ngày một có thể nói là tệ đi. May mắn cho hàng học chúng con có được cái duyên về chùa, có được cái cơ hội để được lắng nghe những cái bài pháp mà đặc biệt là các em ở Mỹ này, vì cái tiếng Anh của em không có được, và xin lỗi vì cái tiếng Việt của em không có được giỏi lắm, cho nên những cái bài pháp tiếng Anh như vậy nó thật là mang đầy những cái ý nghĩa và những cái lợi ích rất là thực tế mà những người huynh trưởng chúng con, những người làm công tác giáo dục hằng mong mỏi và hy vọng rằng con xin được có nhiều cái cơ hội để mà được nghe những cái giáo pháp bằng tiếng Anh mà thực tế ngày hôm nay các em đã qua tới đây hiện con thấy rằng các em đã học hỏi được nhiều, rất là quan hệ. Thay mặt cho toàn thể ban huấn trưởng cũng như là tất cả các học sinh để chúng con thành tâm để làm đảnh lễ và cảm niệm những thầy pháp của cô và Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật.
Xin cảm ơn quý anh chị anh trưởng và cảm ơn các em so different. Thank you very much for your listening. I wish each and every one of you always take refuge in the Buddha for guidance, the one who shows the way of life. I wish every one of you take refuge in the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha for guidance, so that you can develop love and understanding in your life. I wish everyone you take refuge in the Sangha for guidance, the community of the monastic and Dharma friends to help you to be secure in your practice, to help you to stay strong and deepen your practice, so that your life can be successful but meaningful, and may you always learn and to love and accept yourself and others. Wishing you, every one of you, best and love. Thank you.
Bây giờ thỉnh ni sư mình chụp một cái tập lưu niệm nha.
Thỉnh chương cho mình thỉnh 3 tiếng chương nha để mình kết thúc. Let us enjoy 3 sound about to establish our calmness and peace before we take a group picture. Listen to the Dharma teaching, the Buddha teaching. May everyone be well and peace in the world. May everyone to attain the fruit of enlightenment.